So how do these disasters in Bangladesh affect you? Executive Director of the International Labor Rights Forum, Judy Gearhart, who you just saw in that report, is joining me live now. All right, Judy. So how do we know whether the clothes that you or I are wearing come from a factory under deplorable working conditions?
You don't know. There's no good way to tell right now, and there is no silver bullet. What we need to be doing right now is look to push global brands to take concrete steps, pushing all of the global brands to sign on to a Bangladesh fire and building safety agreement that's making them take a contractual commitment to the welfare of the workers making their products. There are a handful of brands that are really trying to produce in a way that's absolutely ethical throughout their supply chain. They include brands like Ethix merch or Unionwear or Alta, Gracia, but really getting this to go mainstream will take consumers getting involved and communicating directly to mainstream brands that they need to make a big change in their apparel.
So it's incumbent upon consumers as well as U.S. companies who perhaps can do a better job of vetting or maybe even regulating suppliers in countries like Bangladesh?
Absolutely. What we're asking brands to do is to make a commitment beyond the previous voluntary commitments. Up until now, the global brands have had voluntary codes of conduct. They're confidential mechanisms, so what we end up having is brands will inspect a factory and they can potentially walk away from that factory if they find problems that are too hard to address. And because it's a confidential mechanism, they are not required to tell anybody about the problems they found. This system, combined with the fact that it's sidelining the roles of workers and their organizations, has made the brand monitoring system just fatally flawed, frankly.
So is there anything that socially conscious consumers can do to feel good about the clothes that they buy or learn something about the origin, the derivation of these clothes? Anything?
So it takes getting involved, and it takes looking for those brands. We have a page up on our website called Shop with a Conscience. Our website's laborrights.org. It's easy enough to remember. We're also organizing collective action globally, where we're communicating with the brands about the need to make sure that the workers are safe. I mean, with global supply chains having gone abroad the way they have over the past 20 years, we as consumers need to communicate to brands that it's not okay to just go abroad and then not ensure worker welfare. So getting involved as consumers, as individuals, and communicating with store managers of your favorite brand, taking action online. Follow us at laborrights.org, and you're going to be able to find a lot of different ways to get involved and also find some of those brands that are really taking the next step.
Judy Gearhart, thanks so much for joining us from Washington.
Thank you.